Thanks for staying with us. Appreciate that you do that, of course. Big weekend coming up, ANZAC Day. An unusual one on a Tuesday too. It's a little bit tricky trying to juggle how that might work for lots of people that are having memorials and testimonials. Our next guest, Greg Quinn, of course, son of the great Bob Quinn, joins us. Greg, how are you, mate?
Hi, Phil. Baz.
No, you're not well, are you?
The shoulder?
I'm okay, yeah. I'm getting there. I'm battling through it, yeah.
Hey, mate, for you, ANZAC Day is a special day for a lot of people. Then sometimes there's a sadness attached to it. For you, it comes around each year, and then there's the presenting of your dad's medal at the Norwood North game this year on the Tuesday. Then you'll be a guest at the Port West Coast game. So there's some festivities around it. But does it stir up some unusual memories for you when it starts coming around?
Yeah, it does, Phil. It always stirs up a little bit of emotion for me. Dad's passed. Obviously, he was lucky enough to come home, but his younger brother George didn't, and my mother's brother. C.W. Walker, he was shot down over Holland, so he was an Australian cricketer, and those sort of things do stir up a lot of emotion. I suppose as we get older, and not so much when we were younger, but now that I'm a little bit older, and it stirs up a bit of emotion.
That's a really interesting point you make. It's amazing when we're younger how that doesn't resonate with us for some reason. Then suddenly we get older. Is it that we start to appreciate what those people have done for us with the sacrifices they made? Do you reckon that's the part that starts to resonate?
I think you're exactly right. I think we take for granted as we're younger, and we just sort of bowl along a little bit, and you think, I might go away for a holiday for a couple of weeks, and you go away for a couple of weeks, but these blokes were away for 4 years.
Yeah,
they were overseas for 4 years, and we think a big deal to get in our car and go away for a 2-week holiday. But these blokes, they went on holiday. Yeah. They were trying to stay alive and fight for their country for 4 years, and that's the big part that sort of gets me a little bit. That we take it for granted the life that we've got now because of these blokes, what they did. And it's just not my dad. There's people obviously in the studio and your families that have been involved in it as well.
And it's something the youth of today should be really aware of. I mean, I know
more aware.
I know that we celebrate ANZAC Day, but I think we only do that at ANZAC Day. We don't. I'm talking about in the curriculum in schools and whatever. They should know this.
They should.
Because what you just said then about taking a couple of weeks holiday, which we think, we got a plan for this and everything's going to be perfect. These guys are in mud for 4 years and fighting for their lives. Not only their lives, but our lives.
Exactly.
And I think it should be taught. It should be part of the school subject. It should be in there and ingrained because it's an unbelievable sacrifice. Mate.
They were young when they joined up.
They're 19.
Yeah, my dad, he'd won the 38 Magarey medal, and then a family of 10. At Birkenhead, and him and his younger brother, I think it was into the 7 games into the 1939 football season that the two of them decided to walk up to the Black Diamond Corner, and there was an enlistment box up there, and Dad and his brother joined up, and Dad lied about his brother being underage, and they joined up. It's just what they did.
It's amazing. Lied to get in. Normally
lied to get in,
and lied to try and get out.
Yeah, and unfortunately, his brother got killed in Palestine.
Hey, mate, Norwood play North Tuesday, 2:10, Norwood Oval. That's the presentation of your dad's medal. Walking out onto the ground to present that, what's flying through your head at that?
Lots of things, Phil. A lot of things. We're really proud that the South Australian National Football League have had this. It's been going on now for nearly 20 years, or probably in excess of 20 years. It's something that, I was never lucky enough to play league football or to go on these ovals, but when you carry your dad's medal out to give to someone that probably doesn't know anything about Bob Quinn, probably never heard of him.
Which is sad.
Yeah, it is a little bit, but that's fine. And I have had some wonderful conversations after presenting medals to boys that like 2 days, 24 hours after the presentation ring me and say that they've done some homework on Dad and they're really honoured to...
Yeah, that's fantastic.
Those sort of emotions get me most times every year, Phil and Barry, when I go back out to present this medal, that they may not know my dad, and they sure enough don't know me, but in a few 24 hours, 48 hours down the track, I get a phone call from, I would say out of the 20-odd blokes that have received it, I would have received probably 15 or so phone calls 48 hours after the presentation. And that's the emotion that I look forward to a young man ringing me about my dad and talking to me about my dad. It's wonderful, and it restores a lot of faith in youth.
Yeah, well, mate, it is a fantastic honour, and your dad should be, mate. He was an amazing player, an amazing person. Bob Quinn, of course, we're talking about. The ANZAC Day medal goes to the best player Norwood North game, presented by his son Greg. We always appreciate your time, mate. Never enough to get through. We need to get you back. Spend a whole lot of time talking about those moments that your dad did. So get to the game Tuesday. It will be a great game. It's a great weekend of SANFL footy. We'll have a chat about that a little bit later. Stay with us. Plenty to come.